you're on the run, or just staying home, if you're with some friends, or just all alone, have a cup of coffee or tea, if you please, and listen to me, today on Cardio Coombs Cafe. Hey there, you're listening to Cardio Coombs Cafe podcast. This is episode 17 of season 2. I'm your host, Aaron Coombs, and I'm with my beautiful wife, my special guest, Laura Vardy. How are you today?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Don't think I've asked you that all day.
A little rushed. We're going to go on our trip again tomorrow. And
yes.
So we're recording this one a couple days early. This is Friday now?
Yes.
So we'll get this out for Monday, but we're going to be busy the weekend, so yeah, get her done.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in particular you'd like to talk about in this episode?
Sure.
Such as?
Well, welcome back home. It's been a while.
Yeah, been gone for a month again. Back for what, 3 days or now, so
yes, 3 days.
A lot busy 3 days too. We got home.
It has been. The day you got home, we celebrated our second wedding anniversary. Yay!
That's where I got this beautiful farmer's tan. Red like a lobster, but all right.
Yeah. So we had a really great anniversary, I think. You booked an Airbnb in a town called Lewisport here in Newfoundland, and it's it's a pretty nice town. It's on the water. It's about half an hour from where we live, but it's on the ocean, and there's like a marina, and there's restaurants and different things to do there. But I guess we picked the location because the Airbnb itself was really nice and had an outdoor hot tub, which I'm a sucker for outdoor hot tubs, or any hot tub in general, really.
And the weather was good, so the next day we went for a little kayak trip and down Comfort Cove area, was it?
Yeah, first time to Comfort Cove, Newstead, which is towards Twillingate here in central Newfoundland, so definitely worth checking out along the way to Twillingate. Or just if you're ever in central Newfoundland. I mean, there's so many beautiful little tiny rural fishing communities, right? That, maybe just have a couple of hundred people living there. They're right on the ocean. Hiking trails, usually good for kayaking if you get good weather, which we did. So we were able to kayak out to Comfort Island, I think it's called. Although you wanted to call it
Eagle Rock or Mountain.
Yeah.
I was like, Laura, get back. We saw bald eagles and some hawks, and bald eagles up in a tree. She's taking a picture of it. It's like, you're too close. It's like, Aaron, you afraid of birds? It's like, no, I'm afraid that there's a nest there and they're going to protect their babies and swoop down at us. Because one time I was on the Great Lakes and I was putting the lines down where we had to go on the do it ourselves anyway, and there was a nest right by where the lines had to go, and these little birds are going right at my head.
But did they hurt you? These little tiny birds?
I might have PTSD now because of it. No.
Should not joke about PTSD. It's a serious mental health condition.
These birds came at me.
But yeah, so Aaron's Aaron's very overly cautious and scared of a lot of things, and I'm probably too much the other way.
Well,
I'd be like, look, there's a whale. Let's go and try to see the whale. I don't know. I just love it out on the ocean, and I feel just really peaceful. And
a whale can topple over a kayak. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think I'm being reckless or anything, but he may think otherwise. But yeah, it was really nice seeing the seabirds, the eagle, as he said. There was something else, I'm not really sure what it was, like this big brown bird.
I can say
like
squirrel and a bunny.
osprey of some sort. I don't know. We also saw a rabbit and a squirrel. He was like, we were hiking on this trail. I think it was called Call's Point. And anyways, it was overlooking the ocean. It was, it took us like a bit over an hour probably with all the stops and, you know, taking pictures and that sort of thing. And he's like, look, there's a squirrel. And I'm like, you mean that rabbit?
Like, where? And it jumped. I was like,
so they were right by each other, and I saw the rabbit, he saw the squirrel. Anyways, yeah, fun times and a bunch of painted rocks. So I don't know, I guess that's something that people maybe do all over the world in different places. I know I got a painted rock in Italy, and there was a Facebook group for it that I posted on. So we do that here. There's a couple of local Facebook groups here for rock painting. So it's just really nice and fun to paint the rocks and hide them and find them and then re-hide them. So there was quite a few rocks along that trail.
Just one particular rock that read something.
Oh, yes. It said, it's not for kids, guys. It said, turn me over. And then you turn it over. Because I always turn them over anyways to see what's on the other side. And it said, what did it say? Something like, you're taking orders from a rock? What are you, stoned? So, yeah, I got a picture of that one and left it there. Left them all where they were because they were just
Here's a couple pictures of the rocks.
big.
Podcast magic. All right.
We also met a very friendly local.
Don't have a picture of him.
No, that would be just kind of a bit weird, maybe. Can we get a picture with you? He probably would have been cool with it. Like, he was really cool, really friendly. Like, that's the thing. It's, like, kind of a stereotype about us Newfies being, like, super friendly. But it's true, especially in small towns, small communities, which most of the island is. You know, like, we're walking, we come to the end of this trail, we come out on a road, and we're like, okay, we're at this road now, wherever we are, and there's people driving by, waving at us. We don't know who they are, but, you know, you wave back, and then this guy's there on his quad with his can of Pepsi and his smoke.
The best part was, you guys see any mushrooms there?
He's like, you know anything about mushrooms?
You know anything
There's
about
mushrooms on that trail.
I was like, I don't do anything like it. He's like, no, not that kind.
Not magic mushrooms,
there's like
but
this
they're tasty.
dark orange cap ones that are really expensive. And I was like, Chega? And it's like, no, that's not it. So I'm not sure.
Still don't know what he was talking about. I didn't really see anything. Just
no shroomies.
But anyways.
Still wouldn't eat a random one anyway.
And then he was like, do you drink? Do you smoke weed? I didn't really know
We saw
where that was all going. Maybe he would have offered us something. Well, he only had Pepsi to drink. But anyways. No, nice friendly guy. Don't know his name, but we had a good chat there for a bit about the beautiful community of Comfort Cove, so go check it out.
Talk about taking pictures of random people would be odd. We were going to, not sure what Tim's was it. Was it Bishop Falls? Or is it
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Scott Sims was in
lineup.
That
I was like, let's go in Lewisport. Yeah, and Scott Sims is...
Yeah. So I was like,
people may not know who he is, so you should say who he is.
A liberal
MHA, is it?
I don't know. Bye. Someone special.
some liberal politician that we...
That's like when I seen Seamus O'Regan at the dog park. I was like, Andrew, I think that's somebody famous. My sister.
Yeah, so politics. Let's talk politics.
The best part was the news the other day on NTV when Trudeau came to town at Kitividi, and Ed Sheeran was doing the news. He's like, and the weather is, and he's like, hold up, Justin Trudeau is speaking. And then they talked for about a couple minutes, and then he came back. It's like, I guess some things are more important than the weather. And then he finally got his little fries because he went down to Ziggy's. So
good fries if you're downtown on George Street.
Not sponsored, but
drunk and...
do recommend.
Speaking of food trucks, we could go in that direction too, but also, I know I'm a hand talker.
No, I'm just going in different directions then.
Do this. Politics, yeah. So there's, I guess we're preparing for a federal
September the 20th.
Federal election.
I'll be still here, just barely, before I go back to work.
Do you know who you're voting for?
It's undisclosed information.
I don't know who I'm voting for, but we usually only get like a liberal and conservative candidate here locally, which kind of sucks because I've kind of been, I was always an NDP, New Democratic Party supporter. I'll admit it. And yeah, the leader is their federal leader is a pretty cool guy, He's on the TikTok, doing TikToks or something. Oh, he's cooler than me because I don't even go on TikTok.
He's on them TikToks.
He's on those. Yeah, I don't even really know what it's all about. But
he's there for all the minorities. So
and how cool would that be? I mean, I know we temporarily or briefly had coffee grounds.
Coffee grounds, only the best.
The bottom. And more. Good coffee though. Good coffee. Cardio Coombs Cafe.
Good to choke on.
Yeah, we briefly had a female prime minister years ago. Kim Campbell, was that her name? But it's just been white males ever since, I believe, here in Canada. So yeah, it would be cool to have someone who is not white. Or not male. I don't think there's any female candidates though, but
whoever's fit for the job, but hopefully.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't. No, I'm not going to say race doesn't matter because race does matter. So.
In what sense? Race does matter.
It does matter.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, I should probably explain myself, right? Because that could be taken anyway, in different ways. What I mean is that you can't just look at people, different races, and say, oh, everybody's equal, everybody's the same, like that, because that's not the way the world works. I mean, yeah. Does that make any sense?
The inequality of it all. Yes.
Yeah. And, white males tend to have the most authority and power in our society, so it's kind of cool to see people...
Why are you looking at me?
To see someone who's...
White male.
It's always nice to see people who aren't white males who have some power and authority, in positions of power and authority, I'm trying to say, yeah. Anyways...
Yes. I know what you mean.
Before I say something stupid, controversial.
No. So, talking about food trucks.
So,
Segue.
back to food trucks. When we said food trucks a few minutes ago, somebody in this room is really interested in opening a food truck.
That guy there. That handsome lad. So I was thinking about doing like a...
Did you talk about that on a podcast yet? I can't remember.
Nope.
I didn't think so.
I'm thinking about doing like a free one day after we do taste testing. I'm going to do a podcast, hopefully with taste testing of a menu I want to do. And then we do like a... That was a table fart, not my... Anyways. Yeah. We're going to do a taste testing with probably siblings and you. And then...
I like taste testing.
See what's good. And then do like a gathering kind of thing in the backyard possibly and underneath the gazebo and serve some food, some drinks and stuff.
Like to friends and family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And see what they think. And that would be that.
I guess that's part of it, but there's probably... I'm sure I know nothing about it, but there's so much more to opening up a food truck. Like it's a business, right?
Yes, you gotta put money down on it. You need to get insurance. You need to get all things. Gotta be inspected, food grade inspected, firefighting, all that. And you gotta have a permit for where you're parking to, and all that good jazz.
Could you move it to different locations?
With parking permit, yeah.
because it would be cool to go to like different, where there's different festivals and things. I think stuff like that seems to be starting up again here. Like I know there's a concert my mom's going to and has an extra ticket for me
Iceberg Alley
to go
or
with
George
her.
Street?
Yeah, or Iceberg Alley, I think it's called, in St. John's. That's in September month, so I'll probably be going out one night for that. First time being at a concert in, well, pre-COVID, so. But yeah, speaking of COVID, I think things are going pretty well here. I mean, especially compared to other parts of the world. I know it's still a struggle and still people are dying, but I'm feeling pretty good about it, you know? Like we got...
Feel good about COVID.
I mean...
I keep putting you in the spot.
As good as you could be. I mean, yeah, better if there was no COVID at all or
There's
it was
been
completely
some,
eradicated. But we both have... We have both doses of our vaccine. So hopefully maybe we can travel next year. Of course, we have to consider
the baby,
Kalani, and what we do with her, and that. We've left her, well, I guess for our anniversary, we went to Lewisport. We left her overnight with her grandparents then, and that was the second time we've done that, and it's not really easy. Like, it's nice in a way. You get a break, and I think my favorite part was probably sleeping in.
But
and not getting woken up by a baby crying at 5 or 6 a.m., which is almost every day.
95% of the things we talk about while we're out without a baby is the baby.
Yeah, right? Like, you miss her, and then you're like, I wonder what's Kalani doing now? And send us pictures and all of that, right? And does she miss us? It doesn't look like it. She looks like she's having a good time, which is good, I guess. I wouldn't want her to be upset, but...
And poop updates. Those are the best.
Did she poop yet? Need to know. No, but she made up for it today.
That's another story.
TMI.
Poop
TMI.
Chronicles.
She's going to be so embarrassed down the road when if she ever sees these podcasts when she's grown up, I think. Yeah. Oh. So, speaking of Kalani, have you noticed a lot of changes in her since you've been gone the past month?
Since I've been gone, there has been some toots. She had never had no teeth when I left, but now she
got teeth.
3 or 4.
I think
it might be another one going up.
I think 4.
2 on top, 2 on the bottom. And she's crawling and squirming and spinning and going upstairs and doing a little more.
Going upstairs?
At the cabin.
Yeah. She tried to climb up, and she did climb up a couple of stairs.
Let's get Daddy nervous, so we do have a little
play yard.
Play yard.
Baby jail.
It's a cage. Here it is.
Cage.
Well, we call it a play yard, and sometimes Daddy gets in there too when Mom's up mad at me. Get in that play yard. No.
Yeah. She seems okay with it for short periods of time. I guess that's normal. You don't want to keep them too caged up. They have to be able to explore a bit too.
They only play around 35, 45 minutes anyway until bored of that, move on. Yeah. Then she wants to zoom around in her little red car and go outside and go to the cafe, visit Nanny and Poppy and all that.
Yeah, she likes to get out and socialize. She does.
She does.
So we're going to take her tomorrow. I guess we're all going to see, my parents and...
the Vardy party.
Yeah, so that'd be nice. Especially since my dad's going back to Alberta, the province of Alberta, in a couple of weeks. And who knows when. Usually he's there like all fall and winter, and comes to Newfoundland in the spring or summertime.
Maybe someday you'll bring me there and go to Banff, because I've never been.
Yeah, Banff National Park in Alberta, and the town of Banff is so amazing. Definitely a great place to check out if you've never been, and you can go. I just think it might be a little expensive to fly to Alberta, but maybe it wouldn't be a super expensive trip.
Fine, let's
we
go to
have
Hawaii.
Places to stay. We know lots of people there. Or we could just save up and go somewhere really cool like Hawaii. And I don't know. I also have, my Uncle Curtis and Aunt Carrie and Cousin Gemma just moved to Doha, Qatar, in the Middle East.
So, it's crooked a little bit, but that's okay. Had to start over again because the phone ran out of space.
There's always something. That's why I don't like this technology stuff. But anyways, as I was saying, yeah, Doha, the Middle East. I would kind of like to go there. It'd be something completely different. We'd have a place to stay, family to stay with, and take us around, you know, show us the sights and that sort of thing.
The only
it'd be
thing
cool
I
to
don't
see
like
the
is the stance towards women rights and the LGBTQA.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with it. Like, it's illegal to be homosexual in that country. And then, you know, the whole thing with women, the way women are treated, as you said, being a very conservative country. Yeah, just
People should be who they are and dress
just
the
a
way they
very,
want. But yeah.
I guess, different way of a very different culture. So some parts of it would be really great to experience. Some parts of it, maybe not so much.
Weather,
So, we shall
yes.
see.
Architecture, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Desert. It'd be cool to see a desert. I only saw a little bit of it when I went to Las Vegas and we went to the Grand Canyon. You weren't there though, so I don't think you've ever seen a desert, have you?
Closest thing was Aruba, but that's not desert, that's a beach.
Oh yeah, no, it's kind of like a desert. What am I trying to say? Like, there's cactus and stuff like that, cactus plants. So very dry and desert-like, but yeah.
A good place to get lost. I'm sure we've told that story before.
And I would go and do that again.
We were driving us side by side. Our GPS broke down, and it was a different place than when we went. We went to Aruba before, but this is the second time.
And our cell phones die, or we only had one cell phone with us, and it died, and then we didn't know how to like
bring back to the place we took it from. So we went to the gas station nearest to the cruise ship, and it was about to leave. So we gassed up, put the keys underneath the seat, and we're
literally ran to the cruise ship. At least we found how to get back to the cruise ship, because we were the last ones on, and it was close.
Right?
It was close.
It's all on my card. But then they called.
They were awesome about it, because I called them and they're like, "Oh yeah, no big deal. We'll go pick it up." And there was no extra charges or anything. So I like the laid back attitude in a lot of the Caribbean, right?
I like the food.
That's like when I was in Puerto Rico with my mom. I was like 18, and I can't remember if I was driving or she was driving. I think I was probably driving. And, you know, we got in this little car accident, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's no big deal. It happens all the time. People here are bad drivers." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It was super stressful at the time, but yeah, no big deal. Beat up the rental car. It was a crappy little Toyota Yaris. As much as I love Toyota.
The best part of your itineraries is that we have a structure, but when something goes a little askew, get a little nervous and stressed about are we going to make it back to the cruise on time, and is my eardrum going to explode?
Go off itinerary a little bit. It gets stressful.
You never write down when we're going to take a shit.
It always makes like for the best adventures too, you know, when the unexpected happens.
What would be your best experience on the water, you think?
On the water?
On the water. Was it
like, what do you mean?
Like, was it swimming with stingrays? Was it just floating out in St. Lucia? Was it the water out in Hawaii? Was it any boats, dolphins, anywhere?
Oh my god, I don't know.
Swim with turtles.
There's too many great experiences. Like, I can't even choose one. I mean, I always love snorkeling and having close encounters with sea turtles. I love the stingrays were pretty cool too, but I prefer the sea turtles.
To tell you, like,
they make me a little
scuff your feet when there's a stingray.
The stingrays make me a little tiny bit more nervous.
You're the one
like
going
when they touch you and
I'm like, you're supposed to just scoff. And then you're like, let's go see a whale shark. That'll be fun.
Yeah, so for our
I was like,
anniversary, he got me a little stuffed whale shark. And it was cute, but I was like, I hope you didn't get this, hoping that this would satisfy my desire to
You see a whale shark?
see a whale shark. Like, I hope you don't think I've given up on one of my dreams of snorkeling with a whale shark. We went to Mexico one August specifically to do that. Well, I mean, Mexico, the Mayan Riviera, then, the beaches and the water and all that's pretty great. Anyways, but yeah, we didn't get to go snorkeling with the whale sharks because you had to go out far out in the ocean on a boat, and it was hurricane season, so it was a bit too windy and stormy to do that excursion. And there's only certain times a year you can do that, like in the summer, basically in the summer in Mexico. Other places in the world, there's other places and further away. So maybe we'll just go somewhere else.
And if you guys, the listeners, want to write down in the comments below on this YouTube channel, what was one of your favorite places you ever traveled to and why? Yeah. And over here, you can probably see this here case. 2 cases here. I talked about it before, but is it
only a little bit?
Talked about it a little bit? Or?
No, only a little bit is showing on the video, I think. And anyone who's just listening to audio will not see it.
As you see, Aaron's pointing to a shelving unit on the wall. There stands many shot glasses.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
As you wait for Laura to count, she sees them on the wall. She ponders to herself, did I count correctly? She gasps and laughs.
I see 48 shot glasses. I think there might be some doubles from the same countries. Yeah, you definitely haven't been to 48 countries.
And 2 is from Newfoundland.
Well, yeah, there's some different ones for a few different Canadian ones too, I see, but yeah.
I might be like one of the only Newfoundlanders that go to like a trinket store and be like, yeah. Like, you know how like people come from away and go to the new food stores? I'll get like a little shot glass anyway. Maybe some jams.
Well, I like that. I got some wine glasses with the row houses, the brightly colored row houses and that sort of thing. I like it.
And you like to collect postcards. Well, I collect shot glasses where we go to. And
yeah, I think we've talked about that before, actually.
Moving on.
It's been too long since we traveled. Although these little staycations on the island have been pretty great too.
Pretty great.
Yeah, like little road trips. Before you came home, I went to Harbor Breton with my dad, and like all these little remote or rural fishing communities, places you've heard about but you've never been, like Bellorum was one.
Coombs Cove.
There was a Coombs Cove. So I took a picture of me and Kalani by the sign and sent it to Aaron and his family. They spelled the name wrong though, but
I don't know this particularly long, because when you do an S at the end of a name and you pluralize it, you put the over it, but you got it before,
after the S.
They got it before the S, which doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to me because it's just Combs. I don't know.
Coombe.
But Coombs is, you just put the exclamation point after the S. What I was taught, anyways. But it might be like the way Maple Leafs spell their name, to spell it wrong on purpose. I don't know.
Anyway, there's a Coombs Cove. No relation to your family, though, as far as you know?
Nope. We're out west.
It has to be somewhere along the way, though. I don't know. They took the boat over to this Coombs Cove place.
We're more from Corner Brook area. And Corner Brook is a lovely place. If you're ever there to travel, try out the Retro Bar. Get your coins ready and play. Have a nice day and drink away. Anyways.
Well, a couple of our American friends, last I heard, our American cruise friends are actually taking a cruise and stopping in port in Corner Brook next summer. So hopefully that goes ahead and we can meet them there and show them around the area, because there's just a lot to, Corner Brook, the city itself has its charms, but then there's the little bay communities around that area that are so nice and worth visiting as well.
There's always a Newfoundlander somewhere. Like when we went on the cruise ship, I was using the urinal, and I don't think you've seen this for urinals or two, but there was portholes right where the cruise ship was. And I was using the urinal, looking out the window,
Enjoying the view.
and then a guy next to me, doing the same business, was like, "Great view, isn't it?" I was like, "I hope you're looking forward, buddy." He's like, He's like, "Where are you at, by?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "You're Newfie, right?" I looked at him and he looked Cuban, and I was like,
Yeah,
"What?"
meanwhile, like, this guy is like...
He's like, "I married a Newfoundlander." I was like, "Oh, okay."
He's from Colombia, I think, wasn't it?
And then he named a person that his daughter married or something. I was like, "Oh, I work with them."
Small island, small province.
Won't mention the
yeah.
names, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope you're looking outside.
And see, that's how friendly Newfies are. When you meet one, you can even talk to them at the urinal.
But don't call us Newfies unless you're from Newfoundland, because it could be derogatory.
Does that bother
in many ways.
you?
It's saying it is derogatory.
Depends on like who's saying it and how they mean it, I guess.
Like stupid or goofy Newfie, and be like we went to some cruise ships, and at the comedy live sections where people just stand up and do jokes, or like, "Here's one about a Newfie, blah blah blah, no education."
Dumb Newfie joke.
Dumb Newfie. I'm like, shit.
Those jokes are dumb.
Sit down, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Alright. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take 3.
And we're back for take 3 again. We're gonna mash it all together. My phone keeps running out of space. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, we're gonna conclude this. So we're gonna make some points here saying we hope to see equality in all races. So race matters, and within we should all be equal.
No.
We should be equal, but we're not. The thing is, we're not equal. There has been a lot of discrimination, and yeah, it would be nice to see a world where we're all equal, but it's not.
Yes, but also we need to acknowledge our differences, like individual differences and cultural differences and all of that. So
Correct. Especially when it comes to what you see on the news lately. We won't talk too much about this right now because we're ending the podcast, but with the indigenous people and what's going on with the residential schoolings. So yeah, anyways, recap. Travel, great. Just got home. Gonna be doing some more travel, so that's why we're doing this here early.
staycation.
There's gonna be hopefully a pop-up Cardio Coombs Cafe venue in the future after we do our taste testing. Have a little gazebo out there and have some coffee, some drinks, and some food, and hopefully it goes well. And thank you again, Laura, for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Love you.
Love you too.
All right, until next time, stay tuned, stay happy, and stay healthy. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.